Hello, I'm Kerry, and this is really my slice of paradise here. Outside there's a Brahma called Goldie, and over here that's Inga, one of the evil twins, and then there's Dusty, also a Brahma, and down here that's the other evil twin, Inga. She has a nice bottom actually, and Trigger is strutting his stuff over the other side. This is a collaboration done by Liz Zorab at By the Farm and Erica at Erica's Little Bush Garden, and it's all to do with National Gardening Week in 2019. So this is my little it's my huge greenhouse. Can't believe it. I'm so lucky. This is sweet peas, mange tout, that I just sowed the other day. That's autumn harvesting leeks, celeriac. I overdid it with the celeriac because I've got quite a lot of those this year. Beetroot, chard, more spinach. There's little flower sprouts this time, which are like little cabbages instead of sprouts, and they taste delicious. Celeriac and perpetual spinach that I pricked out from the other pot. Celeriac again. Here there are 4 peppers. One's actually a pepper and the other 3 are chilies. I bought them in as plug plants because I wanted to test to see if I like them or not. They're very mild ones. Here is the only giant zitao onion that grew from seed. It was old seed, so it had a 50-50 chance. A tomato that self-sown, don't know what it is. It'll be a nice surprise. Liz Zorab made use of old roses, and this is a bunch that I had from my son for my birthday, so I thought, well, give them a chance, and they're not dead yet. I still have potatoes to pop in, but I've run out of compost in the field. More very weedy looking peppers and a self-sown onion. Don't know what sort that is. First time I've been able to sow proper food in the greenhouse. There's rocket, spinach, there's yellow purslane, there's little red salad onions, there's oriental mix of salad leaves and an ordinary salad leaves, and some, I hope, short carrots, because the ground isn't very deep. And that is yellow rattle, which should be in the field. I've been collaborating with the Devon Wildlife Trust, so I'm trying to maintain the field as a wildlife meadow. It's very quick draining because this is our bedrock, and if you look at that is the level, I can't see because it's sunny, of the depth of the soil that we have, and that's quite deep. The tomatoes, because I'm not used to the different climate here and the temperatures, I sowed too early, so they got a bit leggy, but they'll be fine. And I can hear a big bumblebee in here. Well, I hope it's a bumblebee. I have peppers, and they don't mind the tardiness because they're very slow growing to take up the pot room. And I have a few bees in here. I'll have to get them out. This is our dilapidated old outbuilding, and when it's windy the roof likes to almost come off. One windy weather, husband had to go out and hammer it back down again. This is a pump that we use, and it actually travels all the way down to the vegetable patch, so that's quite good. We also decant it into lots of different water butts. Out here there is an old Victoria plum which is not very happy, and another plum, which you don't know what it is. And along here, starting from here, if you don't count the clumps of the gaps where they used to be, are apple trees. And they stretch off into the field, all different varieties. Don't know what they are, because when we came here we only had the late ones. We are leaving the sides here so that the bulbs can replenish themselves before we mow. Get off, beetle. And it's also nice for the wildlife and the wildflowers. And because we like to garden organically, there's a couple of little speckled woods dancing. Here we have ramsons, and when we found those we did a happy dance, and my husband made nearly 2.5 pounds of pesto with these, so it's quite tasty. Quite strong garlicky taste, but very tasty. This is a very big wool butt that we found behind the house. It didn't smell of any chemicals, things were living in it, so we've changed it to a water butt. And as it's taller than I am, I'm 5'5", it holds a lot. I think we have moles. I'm hoping that's a mole hole. It's the motley crew again. Oh. A little orange tip. Please don't kill the white butterflies at this time of year, because, oh, you pretty boy. The female species of this is white, and so are the brimstone female butterflies. You won't get the large whites till later on, so don't kill them, because they're the good ones. Oh, and a dragonfly, or whatever it is. Very pretty too, even if you are brown. This is the nettle patch. It's quite big. We have lots of nettles, but nettle soup is delicious. It's all very good for you. It's high in vitamin C and goodness knows what else. Over there with the swing on it is a walnut tree. I'm still hoping to get walnuts before the squirrels do. I like the wildlife, but I don't like it eating my veg. Okay, this is the entrance to the veggie plot, heavily fortified against rabbits, which means that the fence is going outwards underneath so they can't burrow in. As I said before, can't stress the importance of water, and we have more butts. Here we have in the first bed garlic, and those are Ailsa Craig seed onions grouped together. I did want to have sets as a standby in case the seeds didn't work, and I had a senior moment, forgot, and ordered more sets from a different firm, so we'll see how they go. In the beds under the hoops, it's Aquadulce Claudia that was sown in pots in the greenhouse, and these little ones were sown in the ground, so they will climatise very well and catch up soon with a bit of luck. And these are pure green Windsor, I think they're called, and I've done the same with those and filled in the gaps. There's lots of beetles here, so I'm hoping they will do their job and eat any slugs or slug eggs that they find. And here is sprouts and calabrese. One is different, tell by the green colour of the leaves, and over the other side it's more Ailsa Craig. And under here are more prepped beds, and when it's not quite so windy I'll get the parsnips in before it's too late. That goes all the way up to here. This is partially done, and this black stuff is actually damp course membrane, or damp proof course membrane. On this side is spuds, and they're from early up to second earlies up to early main crops, and the ones that have yet to be put in. And that's how little compost I have left, and the other bit over the other side is spent mushroom compost. So nearly there. So over here we have compost. This is almost rotted down quite nicely. As you can see, we've put some old leaf mulch in there. That helps it rot down quicker if it's in layers. And this is all multiple layers of lawn cuttings and cleanings out from the chickens and kitchen waste, and layers of that. This is Curly Whirly. She gets beaten up by the evil twins. It's because you're curly, isn't it? And for those thinking that there's not enough wind flow, I assure you there's plenty of wind flow, because this almost takes off sometimes. And they have their own little houses. I like the omelette because it's easy to clean. And there's Fudge. She's not broody, she's just having her turn. But the eggs is why we like it. And there's nothing quite like homegrown eggs, because the yolks inside are beautiful, dark yellow, or almost orange. This one's an evil twin. This one's Dusty. Actually, that looks like Frida. And this one's Goldie. Big eggs. And the little ones have little eggs, but the yolks are almost the same size. So it's all good stuff. And I like no chemicals on my stuff as much as possible. We brought the children up to eat healthy, and then they went and ate pot noodles and McDonald's, but now they're beginning to see the light. And my daughter had her own little crop of carrots earlier this year, and she's got quite a few chives now, so she is beginning to start and wanting to do more, and she's going to take some tomatoes home with her. And I am going to also do a couple of pots for my son, because he likes the tomatoes too. So I do like being able to share with the wildlife. When we moved in, the foxes and her cubs were eating the windfalls, as were the pheasants and the deer. And here's one of my little gardeners. Oh, so clever! And yeah, well, there's tons of dandelions and buttercups. It's nice. You can't have beneficial insects without the horrible ones. It's a circle of life. It goes round, and if we can all do our little bit in any way, even if it's a flower in a garden or a daisy or something, then it's all good stuff. So that is why I garden. That is why I grow my own, because it tastes better, in my opinion. And well, you can't have anything better than free range pheasants in the garden. And we've seen a lot more wildlife as well, but then surrounded by little ecosystems, so it's just super. That's Dudley, the handsome dude, and he has hay fever, but he's okay today, so he's got a bit of a reprieve for a couple of days after the rain. Handsome fella. And that's me done, I think. You don't really want to see my washing line.